percentage for the final exam is 50%. Yeah, so 20% is your test, and then 10% is your individual assignment, and another 20% is from the project, that you have to hand in before the 13th of May, which is this Friday, and another 50% will come from your final examination. So starting from today, we'll discuss the topic that will cover in your final exam. Okay, nanti saya pergi sharekan sekejap. So if you have your module, you can refer to the topic of motivation, okay? For the final exam, we start with the topic of motivation. Sekejap, saya besarkan sikit. Then I go to the reading view. Alright. Okay, Ai or Zuhairi baca doa sikit.
Okay, madam, boleh.
Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma taf'alaina hikmataka wa anshur alaina min khazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma wa zidna fahma ya rabbal alamin.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Okay, semoga majlis kita, kelas kita pada hari ini diberkati. Alright, okay. So for topic 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So there will be 6 topics will be covered in your final exam. Okay? Nanti later on I'll give you some examples or samples of the past semester's question. Okay, if you are in the college, you can go to the library, you can get the samples of the past semester's question. Okay, kita pergi topik 7 will be a combination of the topic of motivation and communication. Okay, topic 7 will be combinations of motivation, communication, a bit of communication. Okay, I think you can go fast because actually you have this topic, motivation and communication, have been discussed in your principles of management class. Betul tak? Okay, if you can remember that the topic of motivations and communication have been discussed in your principles of management class, you write yes on the chat. Kalau no, you tak belajar atau you tak ingat ke, you can write no, okay, on the chat. So it's either yes or no. I hope everybody is with me. The body and the soul, walaupun tak nampak. I hope everybody is with me. Yes. Yeah. Start kerja lagi ke? Tak ada lagi. Gimana ya? Boleh macam. Okey, tak sekejap Gimana ni? Hantar barang. Hantar barang. Limau. Oh. Penting. Kali limau. Alright. Okay, thanks. I'm still waiting for the answer. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the answer. Awak dengar? Okay. Barulah. Nampak. Because I'm not sure whether you can hear me or not when you are not responding. Okay? Only Aisha and Naili remember. Mbak Trisha can remember, but I think yes, Mbak Trisha dah lama sikit dah belajar ni. Yeah? So only one Aisha and Naili can remember. What about the rest? Kita ada all together kat sini 34, 35 ada yang keluar masuk ni. Yeah, 34, 35 here. Yeah? Only Aisyah ingat lupa. Alright, okay, ingat lupa. So we will recall lah Okay, what we have learned in the principle. Alright, Aisyah Farhana. Allahu Akbar. Cik Farid ni mertua dia accident pula. Ayah mertua saya accident, ni sarapan di rumah. Sekejap saya balas sekejap WhatsApp. Ayah mertua saya accident, lalu nak interview saya. Dia tadi alright. Okay, so motivation and communication. So how many are responding just now? We have Matrisha, Wanesha, Nelly, Faiz, alright, Aisyah Farhana. Okay, so from 35 of you here, adalah 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but so for everybody else, I still hope that your body and your soul are with us. In the first day of class after Raya break. First day of class after Raya break. Whatever it is, Raya tetap Raya, life must go on. Okay, itu belum belajar kat luar negara. Saya hari Raya tu ada exam. Okay, pergi solat Raya pagi, dan pergi exam. Balik daripada exam, pergi celebrate lagi. Not many houses lah, of some of the Malay houses. Okay, so kat sini you have one semester, pula one week break. Itu pun semua cakap, alah nak kena balik asrama, alah nak kena balik, semua akan balik. Saya hantar yang UTHM hari Sabtu, saya hantar yang UIA hari Ahad. Lepas tu malam tadi yang form 1 tu kata, alah sekejap ni cuti. Jawab jugalah. Okay, some of the lecturers also, not many lah, 1 or 2, 3 of them, they ask for another 1 day of cuti. Okay, but I told them that class have to be go on lah. Okay, the online class, kalau tak boleh buat face to face tu, okay, the online class have to go on lah. Okay, so yang ini daripada berapa tadi, 36 orang, 35 orang. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you are responding. Okay, and for your information, so all the topics are important, okay, for your final exam. Okay, especially for semester 3, except Batrisha, okay, dia ada sedikit perbezaan. Okay, for semester 3 MDT 2023, the final exam is 50%, separuh. Okay, it's 50%, so it's very important. It's not 60-40 anymore, it's 50-50. Alright, okay. So motivation and communication, so we go to, this is the one that we call the learning outcomes or objective. You might recall lah, okay. Maybe you can recall Maslow. Some of you can still remember Maslow, X and Y, Gregor, X and Y. Okay, motivators and hygiene factors. I know you have learned this in your principles of management. I teach principles of management lah few years ago. Okay, cuma sekarang I focus more on OB. Okay. And then characteristic of high achievers, this is the 3 needs theory. Okay, goals, okay, types of goals that increase performance. Okay, and expectancy theory, and then a bit on communication and functions of communication. Okay, direction, modes and variants of communication. So all you have learned in your principles of management, but we have to recall, you have to study again so that you can also answer this question in your final exam. Okay, there will be for this topic, the question will be covered in the MCQ question and in the short answers question. Okay, short answers is not 2 marks. Okay, short answers is 4 marks each. 20 Okay, 20 MCQ question. 5 short answers times 4 marks, bukan 2 markah. Okay, 5 short answers times 4 marks. So 20, 40%, bukan 20%, 20 marks will be covered in the first part, okay, online final exam, and another one THE take home examination in the case study question. Okay, so there are 2 sections. Okay, for your final exam there are 2 sections, online final exam and THE or take home examination. Online final examination, okay, the form then later on I'll include in the classroom, okay, and then I'll schedule the date for the examination nanti. And FE will cover MCQ questions and short answer. Okay, 20 MCQ questions and 5 short answers. Okay, so the online final examination will cover all the topics 7 until topic 12. Okay, the same goes to the short answers question. Okay, and then you have another part, okay, which is the case study question. Okay, there will be about 30 marks. Okay, but then we'll total up every marks, then will convert into 50%. All right, that's some information about your final examination. Okay, so first of all, ni nak cakap motivasi ni hari ni lah, hari ni pagi ni, 8:30 just now. Saya pun hari ni saya set the what we call the schedule the GMIT pun lambat sikit tadi. Selalu kan tak makan kan, terus ke sini hari ni pergi makan dulu kat belakang tu. Kak Fiza dah ada dah, so ni nak come back. And then when I have shared the GMIT pun not many join us at about 8:16 tadi. So almost 8:30 baru a few more, and a few more of you masih lagi after 8:30. Okay, so when we are talking of this is related to the topic that we're going to discuss. Okay, when I ask you to on camera, to share, to talk to each other, greet each other pun tak ada siapa pun yang buat. Okay, nobody would like to greet your friends. Okay, maybe you have greet each other in other platform, could be in WhatsApp and things like that. Okay, so saya kata you can on your camera, you can greet each other, pun tak ada siapa yang buat. Okay, cuba kita buat lagi sekali. You can on your camera, you can greet each other. You can on your camera, you can greet each other, you can say hi to everybody, Selamat Hari Raya to everybody in this class. Subhanallah, astagfirullah, walhamdulillah. Lepas tu setakat tak on camera, ini baru masuk ni. Yeah, you can on your camera, you can say hi, say Assalamualaikum, you can greet Selamat Hari Raya to your friends.
Malulah madam.
Allahu Akbar, subhanallah. Inilah saya kata kalau time belajar malu-malu. Kalau luar daripada kelas, astaghfirullahalazim. Okay. So kita nak kata kat sini, boleh tak kita relatekan in terms of motivation? You are motivated? Oh, okay, Haris. Yes. Thank you, Haris. Yeah, motivated or not? Yeah, it's coming from siapa? It's coming from? Is it from your friends, your family members, your lecturers? If you are motivated or not, it's coming from?
Oh.
Siapa?
Ourselves.
Yourself, okay, the individual himself. Okay, Haris dah on tu, you can say lah, you can greet your friends. Sebagai wakil MPP kelas ini, cuba cakap sikit. Kan, MPP kan, sebagai wakil MPP kelas mana? C ke D Haris?
Hai, Assalamualaikum semua.
Waalaikumsalam.
Melayu boleh madam?
Boleh lah kan, greeting kan, tak kisahlah.
Malay boleh madam?
Yes, boleh.
Okay, Assalamualaikum semua. Dan selamat pagi. Harap semua memulakan dengan pagi yang sihat lah. Saya nak mengucapkan selamat Hari Raya pada semua. Walaupun mood raya tu lagi tapi kena start kelas lah. Macam mana? Baik, itu saja daripada saya.
Alright. Okay, thank you Haris. Yeah, as the representative of DBS 3C and the ND this morning. Okay. So we go back to the definitions of motivation ni. So motivation is the processes that account for, ada 3 perkara kat sini. And account for individuals, intensity. Okay, the first one intensity. Tapi ni kita tengok sini, the processes that account for siapa? For an individuals. The person himself or herself. So in terms of the person intensity, the individual person direction and persistent. Tak ada siapa boleh bantu here in terms of whether you are or we are motivated or not. It's from that particular individual. Yeah? Individuals, intensity, direction and persistent. Later on there will be other what we call variables that will affect motivation. Yes, there could be other variables that affect motivation. But basically if you go to the definitions of motivation, it has to come from the person himself or herself. Macam siapa yang tadi saya on je 8:15 ke 16, okay, you join class, okay. So you yourself, okay. Nobody, maybe your mother remind you, there are other what you call variables, okay. But overall, it has to come from the person himself or herself, okay. So you kena ingat bila kita cerita pasal motivation is the processes that account for siapa? Individuals. Intensity, individual's direction, individual persistent of effort toward attaining a goal. So the key element ada 3. One is intensity, is in terms of how hard a person or the individual tries. Okay. The second one, where you want to go. Okay, you know that you have to be in the class so that nanti the goal so that you'll be able to answer the questions in the final exam. Ya, ataupun goal awal so that you can get good grades. Okay, so that you can have your diploma. So that with diploma you can further study in good universities. Yeah, few of our students from KPM, after diploma from KPM, College Professional Mara, they can join, for example, University of Malaya. Yeah, that is a good university. Yeah, just an example. Besides, you going overseas, for example, besides UniKL, okay, where many of our students went after they finished their diploma. Okay, a lot also of our friends, your friends or your seniors. Okay, sama ada diploma in perikawanan ke, diploma in business studies ke, or ada diploma from other KPMs pun can join UM. Okay, one of the very good university. Kalau matrik biasanya kalau dia orang pergi matrik biasanya yang GPA 3.99, 4 flat, itu yang dapat masuk UM. Okay, we have our students also. Okay, so tak kisahlah whatever your direction, okay, towards the goal, okay, and then persistent. How long a person tries? Semester pertama saja ke work hard, semester kedua saja ke, or throughout the semesters. Okay, for example, we are talking about getting a diploma lah, because you are students who are going to get your diploma at the end of, nanti tahun berapa nanti dapat diploma ni? Semester 3, semester 4, tahun depan, tak lama kan? Only 2 years time. Your seniors do 3 years time to get the diploma. Awak 2 tahun saja. Okay, and without industrial training. So after 2 years, so very I call it's like a fast track. Okay, it's like a fast track. Sebab kalau matrik pun ada 2 tahun, matrik ada setahun 2 tahun. Okay, depending on, biasanya dia tengok kalau admit tak kredit, itu yang kena 2 tahun ataupun I don't know what could be other reasons, okay, yang buat 2 tahun tu. Kebanyakan setahun. Okay, kalau awak pun 2 tahun dah macam matrik yang 2 tahun tu. And then you get your diploma. And if you get your diploma, you can transfer credit. Kalau matrik tak boleh. Yeah, you can transfer credit. Sebab tu dia orang pergi UniKL dalam 2 tahun je, 2 tahun setengah je, you can have your degree pula. So it's like a fast track juga you all ni. Yeah, motivation. And then so we go to the theory. Okay, we have Maslow, we have Douglas McGregor. We have ERG theory, Clayton-Alderfer ni yang tak ada dalam Principles of Management. The rest tu ada dalam Principles of Management, David McClelland's. Then we have cognitive evaluation theory and goal setting theory. And there are so many theories here in motivation. Reinforcement theory is like the one that we have learned in learning. Okay. Equity theory, expectancy theory, and then the communication. Okay, so there are lots of theories that you're going to study in the topic of motivation. So some will ask you as what we call an assessment. Some will ask you in the final exam. Okay, in the final exam question. Okay, macam mana nak tahu awak dapat ke tak dapat, awak ingat ke tak ingat apa yang awak belajar. We'll assess you, kita akan nilai awak, we'll assess you in your final exam. Okay, in the final exam question. Okay, so final exam is the assessment for this part. Okay, so this is definition, and then we go to Maslow. Okay, anybody remember anything regarding Maslow theory of hierarchy?
Yes, madam.
Okay, Naili, anything that you can share with your friends?
Dia piramid tu.
Yeah, it's based on a pyramid. Lagi, Naili? Yeah,
Dia bawah tu psychological and then safety, social.
bukan psikologi tau Naili. Ramai yang confused. Yang bawah tu adalah physiological.
I see.
It's
Madam.
okay. Next. Naili, next.
Social esteem and self-actualization.
Alright, okay. Thank you, Naili. So there is a hierarchy, betul. Itu hierarchy of 5 needs. Okay. Yang bawah ni, bawah sekali at the bottom tu bukan psychological tau. Awak tengok spelling dia betul-betul. Okay. Dulu kalau pelajar saya dia buat bawah tu dia tulis psychological, saya pangkar tau. Psychological and physical is different. Okay. Bawah tu physiological is physical. Okay. Physiological. Kalau psychological kita punya ni kan psychological. Okay. Ni physical. Okay. Physiological. Safety, the second one safety, then social, esteem. Esteem needs self-actualization. Okay. And according to Maslow, do you agree with Maslow? Kita cakap orang lain, okay. Nur Safia, do you agree with Maslow's theory? Dia kata, as each need is substantially satisfied, the next need become dominant. Means that you kena fulfill dulu, you have to fulfill the bottom need. Then you can go to the next step or the next stage. Safia, do you agree with Maslow?
Yes, madam.
You agree, maknanya you kena fulfill. You kena fulfill the bottom need, the physiological. There are some theories, there are some people who do not agree with Maslow macam ni. Macam ERG, Clayton-Alderfer, okay. He did not agree with Maslow. Nanti we'll go to ERG, okay. Sekarang ni, tapi kalau soalan tu dia tak tanya pandangan awak, in your opinion, do you agree with Maslow or not, okay. Maknanya you kena ikut. Kalau dia tanya, do you agree with Maslow or not, you boleh kata, I agree or you disagree, I disagree. Tapi kalau soalan kata discuss based on hierarchy of needs theory by Maslow. So you kena ikutlah pandangan Maslow. So pandangan Maslow, as each need is substantially satisfied, barulah kita boleh pergi the next need becomes dominant. Okay. So we have to fulfill the physiological needs. Okay, the bodily requirements, okay, foods, drinks, okay, sexual requirement is also here, is physical, okay, physiological. You dah ada semua tu baru you can go to safety. Okay. So safety needs, you look for example, if you are in a college, you are safe because of what? Ada pagar, ada guard. Sepatutnya selamatlah. Ada pagar, ada guard, ada what else? Warden or fellow. Okay. So safety here. Okay. Safety needs. Okay. Physiological, you dah dapat makan, minum. and so on. Can you have safe, you feel safe, you have a very comfortable home, so safety. And then you go to the socials, and the needs for belongingness. If you have your friends, you're in good relationship with your family members, dah ada kawan-kawan, sanak saudara who are helping each other, then you can go to the esteem. Esteem ni ada dua, low esteem, the one that is based on your individual esteem, such as you respect yourself. Then you can go to the next one, which is other people respecting you. First of all, you yourself, you like who you are. Then barulah orang lain will like who you are. Okay, that's esteem. Then the highest one is self-actualization. Okay, self-actualization, you growing. Okay, you have like looking for self-development. But according to Maslow, you have to go one by one. Physiological, safety, social esteem, self-actualization. So he put that lower order needs, he put the physiological, safety, physiological and safety. So this is under satisfied externally. So higher order needs that are satisfied internally, social esteem and self-actualization. I think in the book, in the module, there are details of what is that one you can read on your own. What is physiological, safety, social esteem and self-actualization. So you can just Google, banyak ada dalam lots of journals. So the main point under Maslow that you have to remember, beside the 5 stage ni, the 5 stage or the 5 level ni, the last sentence there, as each need is substantially satisfied, you fulfill the bottom needs here, then the next need become dominant, and then you go to the next level, Alright. So if it is okay with the hierarchy of needs theory, you write 111 on the chat. Alright, thank you Faiz. Okay Megat, Nurina, alright. Okay, so yang ni okay. Okay, I don't want to discuss on X and Y yet. Kita pergi kepada, I also don't want to discuss on Frederick Herzberg yet. We'll go to ERG. There are a lot of people who do not agree with Maslow. Although, walaupun ramai tak setuju, although there are lots of people who do not agree with Maslow, many field of study still use hierarchy of needs theory ni by Maslow as the basis of and the argument for motivation. Maknanya orang tu bermotivasi bila dia dah dapat the first stage tu, dah fulfill, dia akan bermotivasi to, they will be more motivated to go to the higher level. So it is being used by a lot of fields such as here management studies, in education studies, and lots of other studies. Tapi saya jumpa dua lah masa saya belajar management dengan masa saya belajar diploma in education. Under the that one is under psychology. Psychology in education. So under for the field of psychology also, this is one of the basic theory that is being used, being learned, being taught under the topic of motivation. And this person, Clayton Alderfer, he did not agree with Maslow. Lepas tu dia tak setuju, bukan dia diam macam tu je, ataupun dia just argue macam netizen dalam Facebook kan, dia argue without the facts, without research. Okay, so Clayton Alderfer, he came up with another research or experiment. He came up with another research, dan the finding of the research is known as the ERG theory. So E to stand for existence, R for relatedness, and G for growth. So the basis of the study asas kajian Clayton Alderfer ni adalah berasaskan is based on the hierarchy, Maslow hierarchy of needs. Okay. Cuma dia bagikan kepada 3. Okay. Where actually existent to provisions of basic material requirement tu sama dengan physiological and safety needs of Maslow. Tapi dia letakkan under Clayton Alderfer under existent provisions of basic material requirement macam makan, minum dan sebagainya tadi. Okay. And the R, relatedness, okay, desire for relationship tu is similar to which level or which stage of hierarchy of needs theory. Okay, you write on the chat. Okay, relatedness is similar to which level of Maslow theory. Okay, you write on the chat, relatedness is similar to which level of Maslow? Which level of Maslow theory? Faham soalan saya tak? Amira Aisyah faham soalan saya tak? Amira Aisyah? Awak dengar suara saya tak? Yang lain-lain ni awak dengar tak suara saya?
Dengar.
Dengar Saya risaulah bila tak ada respon ni, saya tak tahu awak dengar tak dengar. Okey, Aisyah Farhana dengar. Okey, Aisyah Farhana faham tak soalan saya? Okay. Faham tak soalan? Hawanis ada tak Hawanis? Hawanis? Okay, ada yang jawab punya Megat. Belonging and love needs. Right, okay. So that is the social needs. Yeah, relatedness is similar to the social needs of Maslow. Okay, desire for a relationship. Alright. So growth is similar to esteem and self-actualization. Yeah, tadi self-actualization of Maslow. Okay, so the basis of the research is similar. Yeah, existence is similar to the physiological and safety needs. Relatedness is similar to the social needs of Maslow, and growth is similar to self-esteem and also self-actualization, esteem needs and self-actualization. Yeah, so but Clayton used the terms existence, relatedness and growth. Okay, so we go to the concept of ERG ni. Okay, so according to ERG, according to Clayton Alderfer, so based on his research, so the finding is that more than one need can be operative at the same time. Siapa boleh bagi tahu saya? What does it mean by more than one need can be operative at the same time? Okay, Hawanis tadi dah masuk tak? Hawanis tadi ada tak? Nurul Hawanis.
Yes, madam.
Alright. Okay, boleh tak awak terangkan kepada kami statement ni? More than one need can be operative at the same time. Okay, the rest of the friends can also help Hawanis, The statement of more than one need can be operative at the same time. What does it mean? Can anybody help Hawanis? Kehendak tu macam mana tu Patricia? Kehendak. Sebab yang ni you kena comparekan dengan Maslow sebenarnya. So you have to think a bit. Nolisa Maisara. Ada tak bersama kita? Nolisa Maisara, are you with us? Nolisa Maisara. Kemewahan sebagai contoh, barangan kosmetik, perhiasan rumah. Okay, thank you for trying, Matricia. Okay, Haziq kata people can fulfill. Okay, that's the example. Okay, Megat kata people can fulfill both of their existence and relatedness need at the same time. Okay, contohnya kita relatedness and existence. For example, we are hungry. So we have to fulfill the existent needs. So when we are hungry, so we look for some of our friends. Okay, let us go and have lunch together, for example. So it can go together. But according to Maslow, tengok beza dengan Maslow. But this is the best. This is the what I call one of the early theories, and this is the basis of the theory of motivation. According to Maslow, kita tengok kat sini, as each need is substantially satisfied, barulah the next need becomes dominant. Okay, so we have to fulfill the lowest one before we can go to the next. Okay. For example, cakap contohnya. For example, I was married. I was married when I was in year 3. Yeah, I was married when I was in year 3. Yang itu married tu mana? That one is of could be relatedness. Okay, and at the same time year 3 I further study in year 3. Until year 4 lah, until I graduated. For example, and it can go together. Okay, it can go together. So that is according to ERG, it can go together. But according to Maslow, you have to make sure yang bawah tu you have fulfill. But tu you have fulfill, then you can go to the next. Okay, ramai pula yang nak cari saya hari ni. Okay. So it can according to RG, it is okay. Okay, ataupun maybe you have problems with your relationships. Okay, you broke up with your girlfriend, for example. So you are frustrated, but you still can go on with the furthering your study until you graduated, contohnya. Macam kawan saya yang balik tahap belajar tu mungkin ada masalah kat, itu mungkin contoh yang sesuai untuk Maslow. Dia dah ada masalah kat relatedness, something is wrong, so dia tak boleh nak sambung belajar. Could be that one is more stable to as the example of masuk example. Okay, sebab dia ada masalah dengan hubungan, so he cannot move on. Dia kena perbaiki dulu hubungan, barulah he can move on. Okay, with further education, for example. Tapi kalau ERG kata more than one need can be operative at the same time. So macam Megah Aziz ni kata, people can fulfill both of their existence and relatedness needs at the same time, no problem. Okay, ataupun growth and existence at the same time, no problem also. Okay, and according to ERG, if a higher level need cannot be fulfilled, dia boleh turun naik, tak ada masalah. Okay, if higher level need, dia dah fulfill yang bawah, lepas tu naik atas tak boleh fulfill, boleh turun bawah balik. If a higher level need cannot be fulfilled, the desire to satisfy lower level need increases. Okay, so that's the differences between Clayton and Alderfer. It can be operative at the same time, can go to the higher level, you can go down to the lower level. Okay, but Maslow said you have to go stage by stage. Okay, level by level. Okay, so if the questions ask for hierarchy of needs theory, so you have to answer it has to be fulfill level by level. Okay, so as each need is substantially satisfied, barulah ke atas, the next needs become more dominant. Alright, but it is becoming the basis for a lot of field of study, psychology, education, management. Yeah, this is among the early theories of motivation. Alright. Okay. Alright, okay tak? For the differences, sometimes dulu saya suka buat, kalau long essay tu, bukan long essay lah, essay question saya suka tanya differentiate, Maslow hierarchy of needs theory and ERG theory. So what students have to do, they have to give the comparison of hierarchy of needs theory by Maslow and also the ERG theory. Okay, so write 222 if you are able to differentiate Maslow theory and Clayton-Alderfer theory. Alright, thank you Megat. Yang lain? Boleh bezakan ya? Siapa ada pun masuk ni? Naim. Okay, so Batrisha, okay, Syafiqah, Nurina, okay, Naimi, yang lain-lain pun saya harap mungkin dah dapat bezakan between Maslow and ERG. So ni among the popular questions lah for final exam. Banyak soalan kita boleh tanya daripada topik motivation ni. Okay, jadi kita pergi kepada okay. This one you remember kan? The X and Y by Douglas McGregor. Siapa yang remember, you can write yes on the chat. Theory X and Y. Anybody remember, write yes on the chat. Okay, thank you Wan Aisyah. Yang lain ingat lagi tak? Okay, Syafiqah. Alright, okay. So ramai ingat ni. So it's okay lah. So the research of Douglas McGregor ni, he did the research in factories. Namanya survey dia punya questionnaire tu, he distributed in factories. Banyaklah kilang dia distribute dia punya questionnaire tu. You rasa the questionnaire were given to the managers of the factories ke to the workers of the factories? You're right, okay, managers or workers on the chat. Or rasa questionnaire Douglas McGregor ni bagi dekat managers or the employees or the workers? Megat kata workers, Atika kata workers. Ada tak jawapan lain? Syafiqah kata workers, Batrisha kata managers. Alright. Thank you for responding, okay? Kita tengok kat sini. Theory X, assume that employee. Siapa yang assume? Siapa yang buat assumption? Managers. Managers. Managers or could be employers ke, the people in the management ke. They got the survey, dia pun jawab survey tu. Dia pun jawab survey, dia mengatakan bahawa employees dia sama ada fall into the X category or the Y category. So who make assumption? The managers. Managers assumes that employees, so when they answer the question, some of the managers, they put their employees under category X. And some more of the employees, they put under category Y. So those who assume the employees is under the theory X, they make assumption that these employees dislike work. Kalau tak suka kerja, why do they come to the office or to the factories? Agaknya kenapa? Can you write on the chat? Okay, the X category, they don't like work. So why they go to the factory, or why do they work? For what? Yeah, okay, they need the money. Yeah, thank you. Okay, for responding. Okay, they need the salary to get the money, to earn money, right? Okay, so these employees, yeah, thank you, Patricia. Okay, they still have to go to the factory or to the office because they need the salary. At the end of the month, they will get the salary. Okay, assume that employees dislike work, lack ambition, they don't look for responsibility. Dia buat kerja yang diarahkan saja, avoid responsibility. And these people, this type of employees, the employees that need to be directed. Buat ni cara dia, okay, ni proses dia, must be directed and coerced, need to be forced to perform. Okay, so kadang dia datang kerja, kadang tak datang kerja. So this is the people under the X category. Yeah, mungkin kalau kita buat research ni, kalau kita jumpa survey ni, questionnaire ni, kita buat kat student boleh juga ada yang under category X or category Y. Okay, but Douglas McGregor, he went to factories. Okay, and the managers who put the employees under the Y category, of course, this Y category, they need money also. Okay, but beside that, they will do more. Okay, they will do more than the one that is being directed by the managers. So assumes that employees like work, seek responsibilities, are capable of making decisions. Okay, capable of making decision and exercise self-direction means they do not need to be directed. Ini kalau kebanyakan lecturer bawa jabatan saya, mungkin semua lecturer kot, biasanya kita dapat yang Y category lah. Kita bagi je, kita dah buat unjuran, kita bagikan je, this is the courses that you're going to teach, this is the classes that you're going to teach or deliver the we call the lesson, the rest is up to them. So it's more under the Y category. They can make their own decisions, capable of making decision, exercise self-direction. So anything happen, macam contohnya Cik Farid tadi baru bagi tahu mak ayah ada accident kan, yang nanti the arrangement with the students macam mana, the replacement class ke, no need to be directed, they know how to be responsible. And exercise self-direction and self-control when committed to a goal. So that's the differences of the X and the Y category. But the X, why they go to work? Basically because at the end of the month, kalau dekat US ada yang weekly. Ada yang weekly. Dulu suami saya kerja, dia weekly. Dia dapat gaji dia weekly. So at the end of the week, dia dapat gaji. Or monthly. So assumes the employees like work, this is the Y category. Sometimes we ask also of students. Sometimes we create a bit of a question, macam kita buat macam scenario sikit, and then you have to choose lah, whether this scenario is based on whether the scenario is based on the X or the Y category of employees. Kadang-kadang ada soalan, ada few soalan kita, especially for online questions. A lot of questions we wouldn't make it very straightforward. Kita buat sedikit penceritaan and then you have to think a bit, okay, yang ini X ataupun Y category of employees. Alright. Okay. So is it okay with the X and the Y? You write 333 on the chat if it is okay. Alright. Thank you, Megat. Anas. Okay, Patricia, right. Faiz, baik. Alright. The next one, Frederick Herzberg ni pula, dia bagi kepada dua. two factor. Okay, one is under motivation, one is another hygiene. Okay. Kalau biasa when you are talking about motivation, kita pergi kepada the traditional view tu. Sama ada people will be satisfied or dissatisfied. Okay. But Herzberg divided the two factors. Number one, motivators. Hanya factors in motivators will lead to satisfaction or non-satisfaction. The second one is hygiene factors. Okay, will lead to either no dissatisfaction or dissatisfaction. So he divided into two. Okay, two factor or motivation, hygiene. So one is the factors that lead to motivation. One is the factor that lead to the hygiene. Okay, so jadilah motivation hygiene theory. Okay, two factor, motivation, hygiene theory. So he divided, here he divided, if you have this achievement, recognition, work itself, responsibility, advancement and growth, ini adalah intrinsic factors. Okay. Ini adalah intrinsic factors. I have some kind of achievement, recognition, the work that I do, I'm responsible. Okay, so ini adalah intrinsic factors. So according to Herzberg, these intrinsic factors will lead to motivation. Okay, will lead to motivation. Okay, the company policy, supervision, relationship with supervisor, the work condition, salary, relationship with peers and so on ni, ini faktor luaran, extrinsic factors. Extrinsic factors. So intrinsic factors, factors characterizing event on the job that lead to extreme job satisfaction, factors in hygiene factors characterizing event that on the job that lead to extreme job dissatisfaction. So yang high intrinsic factors tadi, such as what? Such as achievement, recognition, the work, our responsibility, itu adalah intrinsic factors. Okay, so according to Atok ni, Professor Frederick Herzberg ni, dia kata intrinsic factors, nak recall balik apa intrinsic factors? Ini dia. Okay, achievement, recognition, responsibility. Intrinsic factors are related to job satisfaction. And these intrinsic factors is also known as motivators. Dia bagi dua. Intrinsic factors is also known as motivators. So motivators ni tadi are related to job satisfaction. Extrinsic factors, nak recall balik apa extrinsic factors, kita pergi sini. Ni faktor luaran. Company policy, supervision, relationship with supervisor. So these extrinsic factors are associated with dissatisfaction. So when he divided into two here, Herzberg kata, the intrinsic factors adalah faktor, adalah juga dikenali sebagai motivators. Dikenali sebagai motivators. So for individual to be motivated, the individual has to have, dia dalam diri dia kena feeling of, oh saya dah ada some kind of achievement, some kind of recognition. I'm doing my job, I like my job, I doing my job, I am responsible. Itu adalah motivators. Motivators, if it is available, maknanya you have some kind of recognition, you enjoy your work, you have responsibility. Bila ada, dia akan membawa kepada satisfaction. Bila tak ada, bila you rasa I'm not good, I'm not responsible, I cannot do it, the job is difficult, itu akan membawa kepada no satisfaction. That is motivators. Dia seolah-olah, if we refer back to the definition of motivation, motivation is the processes that count for individual intensity. So you are motivated or not is coming from you. Okay, so it's kind of Herzberg do agree with the definition of motivation. So dia kata hanya faktor dalaman intrinsic factors. Ini tadi. Will lead to motivators. Kalau ada, then employees will be satisfied. Kalau tak ada, you do not like your job, you don't have like, you feel you don't have some kind of achievement, so dia akan menjurus kepada no satisfaction. So dia lain sikit dengan the traditional way of understanding motivation. So what's the purpose of hygiene factors? Kau boleh bagi jawapan. Like if we have good bosses, we have good salary, we have good colleagues, we have good relationship with subordinates. So what is the purpose of the good or positive hygiene factors or external factors? You can write on the chat or you can tell everybody in the class. Siapa dapat jawab? Kalau ada kat sini saya bagi kuih raya lupa pula nak bawa hari ni. Ataupun coklat juga. First of all, I would like you to know, faham tak perbezaan okay, let me write lah. Do you understand the differences between physics? Okay. So you letak yes or no under my question. Okay, right, yes or no under the questions that I have written down. Okay, while waiting for the answer, saya tengok tadi ada few yang lambat masuk tadi tu. Okay, tadi siapa? Okay, Megat Haziq ada nak banyak jawab soalan. Nurul Husna dah ada Nurul Husna Farhana.
Ada madam.
Alright. Okay, and Nurina Maisara.
Ya, madam.
Alright. Okay, last lagi satu tadi. Darwish. Tak ada Darwish. So saya letak kosong ni, Darwish tak ada. Nanti saya tambah lagi nama dalam kas. Yang mana tak datang sebelum-sebelum ni saya dah masuk nama dalam kas. Amirul Zaini.
Ada, madam.
Alright. Dan Naim.
Ada, madam.
Amirul Hafizi.
Yes, madam.
Alright. Okay, dengarlah suara saya maknanya. Okay. Write your answer under my questions in the chat. Right, yes or no? Cepat ni, saya nak tahu awak faham ke tak faham ni. Okay, thank you Syafiqah. Mula awak kena tahu beza ni, beza intrinsic factors dengan extrinsic factors. Okay, Syafiqah seorang ke faham? Okay, Batrisha, Naili, okay. Yang lain-lain? Ada 34 orang ni. Alright, okay, so dah faham. Mula dah faham. Soalan pertama settle Yang pertama, do you understand the differences between intrinsic motivators and extrinsic hygiene factors? Okay, soalan pertama dah faham. Sekarang ni the second question is that, okay, if the intrinsic factors, if the intrinsic factors are available, then it will lead to satisfaction. Ni tadi. Bila intrinsic factors ataupun motivators are available, it will lead to satisfaction. Okay. So what is the purpose of having positive hygiene factors in organisation? Sebab nak motivasi tak ada masalah sebab you dah ada intrinsic factors. So what is the purpose of having good salary, having good relationship with bosses and subordinates, okay, and other extrinsic factors? Untuk apa? Okay, write on the chat. Okay, first of all, I want to know, awak faham soalan tak? Amirul Hafizi faham tak soalan saya? Okay, thank you Syafiqah. Okay, maknanya it is still important menurut Syafiqah. Extrinsic factor is still important sebab Syafiqah kata dia menjurus kepada good health and mental. Okay, good health and mental. Ada tak jawapan lain beside the one given by Syafiqah? Okay, the positive hygiene factors, if it is available, what would be the advantage or the benefits? Syafiqah kata it is important for good health and mental. Okay, I'm looking for 1 or 2 more answers before I can go on. Banyak sangat makan kuih raya ni. Banyak sangat minum air gas ni. Okay, so the second answer daripada Megah Haziq. Okay, people will be more motivated to achieve their objective. Haziq, bila kita, okay, they will always think ni jawapan Makisha. Okay, Haziq. Jangan. Oh, jap to send. Okay. Haziq, bila kita cakap mengenai Herzberg punya teori ni, kita kena bezakan Bila kita cakap mengenai Herzberg punya teori ni, kita kena bezakan bahawa hanya kita terpaksa pisahkan dalam fikiran kita kena pisahkan, kita kena bagi dua. Okay, thank you Makisha. Yang kita bagi dua bahawa hanya faktor dalaman menjurus kepada motivation. Hanya faktor dalaman, achievement, recognition, work tu, itu adalah motivators. Okay, sepatutnya motivators tu stroke intrinsic factors. Okay, so bila saya tanya mengenai hygiene factors, dia tidak menjurus kepada motivasi. Okay, Aziz, people will be motivated. Mungkin dalam teori lain atau penceritaan lain kita boleh kata mengenai motivation. Okay, tapi Datuk Herzberg ni dia dah pisahkan. Okay, so hanya achievement, recognition, the work itself ni, faktor-faktor dalaman ni is leading to motivation. Okay, is leading to motivation. So faktor luaran ni seperti bos yang baik, gaji yang baik, subordinate yang baik, these are intrinsic extrinsic factors, ataupun hygiene factors. So hygiene factors ataupun extrinsic factors. Dia dah pisahkan. Dia dah pisahkan. Dia ni siapa ni lah Atuk Frederick Herzberg ni. He split into 2. Intrinsic factors, extrinsic factors. So extrinsic factors ataupun hygiene factors, we go to the second paragraph here in the slide here, hygiene factors. So factors such as company policy and administration, supervision and salary that when adequate in the job, dia fungsi dia untuk placid workers. Google sekejap, what is placid? Placate. And then write on the chat. Just one word. Jangan panjang-panjang. Jangan copy pop ke situ. Just one word of placid tu. Okay, Google cari apa dia placid, but I don't want you to copy everything and put on the chat. Just one word that is similar to the word placid. Oh, tempat letak awak jumpa yang tu. Okay, this could be in terms of the meaning. Yeah, could be in terms of translation. When adequate in the job, placid workers, means there are could be in terms of tempat letak, there are at the suitable place and they can, ada lagi tak kata lain yang you boleh sinonimkan dengan placid workers ni? Saya cari kejap. Alright. Okay. So selain memperdamaikan, okay. Semua cari yang bahasa Melayu. Sebab letak to soothe or to mollify, okay. Memperdamaikan is correct lah, only is in BM kan. It means that when it is available, you boleh kerja dengan, you can work comfortably. You can work comfortably. You have big boss, is easier for you to discuss. So mendamaikan lah. You soothe, you can work comfortably. So when factors are adequate, jadi bila ada faktor-faktor ni, bila ada faktor luaran ni, good boss, good working condition, good salary, good relationship with peers, itu semua mendamaikan. Mendamaikan, or you work comfortably. When factors are adequate, people will not be dissatisfied. Dia pergi bagi dua hygiene factors. Dia kata kalau ada akan membawa kepada no dissatisfaction. Kalau you have arrogant boss, you don't have good working condition, you are always fighting with your subordinates, dia akan menjadi kepada dissatisfaction. So this is hygiene factors. Again, yang paling penting sekali you kena tahu bahawa Frederick Herzberg differentiate the motivators and the hygiene factors. Dia pisahkan. Sebab tu kat sini awak tengok ni, ada dua kat sini. Motivators, hygiene factors. So biasanya kita tengok yang traditional ni, sama ada if it is available, is dissatisfied. It's not available, dissatisfied. Tapi Herzberg kata only motivators will lead to satisfaction. Hygiene factors, if it is available, will lead to no dissatisfaction and people will work comfortably. But it does not have anything to do with motivation. Kata siapa? Kata Herzberg. So the question, if the question is according to Frederick Herzberg, or according to the two-factor theory, what are the factors that will lead to motivation? You boleh letak intrinsic factors sahaja. Kalau awak letak extrinsic factors, awak kata good salary, saya akan pangkahkan. Awak kata good relation with supervisor, saya akan pangkahkan. Sebab kita ikut apa? It is based on the theory of Frederick Herzberg. So kalau saya tanya what are the hygiene factors, according to Frederick Herzberg, so you go and list down the extrinsic factors. Alright, if it is okay with these two factor theory, you write 444 on the chat. Okay. Okay, Megat okay tak? Dah boleh bezakan tak Megat? Alright, okay. Okay, so harap-harap yang lain pun dapat bezakan ya. Kalau Frederick Herzberg ni two factor theory, he differentiated ada motivation factors and the hygiene factors. Okay. Okay, ni dah. Ni pun you dah belajar dulu McClellan ni. Dalam management ada. McClellan ni dia menjurus kepada three needs of theory. David McClellan's theory of needs. So another name is three needs of theory. by David McClelland, okay, or theory of needs by David McClelland. Okay, so 3 needs. So he put for some people, kita ni semua ada needs, okay? Kita semua ada needs for achievement, affiliation, for power. But which one is the strongest? Okay, which one is the strongest? Some will focus more on achievement, okay? And some people say that achievement and power go together. If you have needs for achievement, you also need for power, okay? But some people, they make it different. Okay? So need for achievement is more on excellence in, for example, in performance, in education, in your job. Okay, power is more towards being able to influence others. Okay, powers basically those who are politicians. Okay, politicians or could be even a manager. Yeah, a manager also, they have those who have the leadership characteristics. Most of them, they also have the need for power. Because of what? As a leader, as a manager, you need, kalau tak ada need for power ni, you have to learn to be able to influence others. If you are a manager but you don't have the need for power, nanti other people will manipulate you. Or you pula jadi follower to your employees pula yang arahkan awak. So if you are a manager or a business owner, especially politician lagi lah. Politician, they have to have the need to influence others. Need for achievement dia boleh seorang-seorang je. I need to get an A, I need to have a good performance, okay, in my job. So need for achievement is the drive to excel, to achieve in relation to a set of standard. Biasanya kalau organisasi dia ada KPI, Key Performance Indicators tu. Key Performance Index or Key Performance Indicators are the standards that you have to achieve. Macam awak pun awak ada standard dia. Kalau nak ambil test, apa standard awak? At least berapa? At least 80. At least 75. Contohnya awak dah set dah. Okay, sekurang-kurangnya test ni aku kena dapat 80. 80 is an A, for example. Kalau tak dapat 89 pun 80, that is the standard. So kalau kerja pun macam tu. For example, car salesperson. Dia ada standard dia. This month I have to be able to sell how many unit of cars. In a production, dia ada set kan. I have to produce how many hundreds of output, for example. So there is need for achievement, the drive to excel, to achieve in relation to a set of standards. To strive to succeed means that you have to work hard. But to strive, dia bukan duduk goyang kaki, aku nak A, goyang kaki aku nak A, nak buai goyang-goyang, aku nak A, tak macam tu. You have to strive to succeed. You have to work hard. That is need for achievement. Need for affiliation ni, even managers yang dia lebih kepada a good relationship with the subordinates, a desire for friendly and close personal relationships. Then need for power, the need to make others behave. You want others to behave based on your requirements. So you must be able to influence. The need to make others behave in a way that they would not have behaved otherwise. In other words, to influence or to control others. Kadang-kadang need for achievement and power ni ada yang sekali, ada setengah individu sekali jalan. And you look for achievement and you also want to be able to influence others. So those who are looking forward to go up higher in terms of the hierarchy in an organization. So achievers prefer jobs that are achievers ni, walaupun dia high achievers, tengok dia prefer jobs that offer personal responsibility, the job that he or she can control, dia can be responsible, dia boleh buat kerja tu. And he or she also needs feedback also. They also need feedback from subordinates, from clients, from customers, dia nak feedback. From higher authority. And in terms of risk, nampak tak? Dia bukan look for high risk, moderate risk. Dia dah ada calculated. Dia nak berjaya tu, dia dah ada the standard. Dia dah ada calculated, dia dah kira dah. Kalau entrepreneurs, dia dah kira dah. Ada yang kata entrepreneurs are looking for high risk. Tak, sebenarnya entrepreneurs dia are looking for moderate risk, calculated, dia dah ada the business plan, dia dah ada pengiraan of the, dia dah buat what call forecasting, financial forecasting, dia dah ada pengiraan dia. So it's moderate risk. Higher risk lebih kepada gamblers. Kalau you buat bisnes, you tak ada pengiraan apa, saya pandai masak, saya nak buat bisnes, niaga kat sini, tak tahu tempat tu strategik, tak strategik, itu barulah high risk. Macam gamblers. So entrepreneurs yang bagus, dia dah ada pengiraan dia. Dia ada forecasting dia for finance. Dia dah buat SWOT analysis dia. Look for the strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threat. So lebih kepada moderate risk. Alright. Lepas tu ni okey kan? Okay, David McClelland's theory of needs, you write 555 if it is okay. Ini senang je. Banyak pula kematian dari ya Allah, ramainya yang ada masalah. Alright, thank you for responding. Okay, ni tak ada apa, kita move kepada ni. Tapi yang ini pun jarang juga, soalan biasa tak keluar lah. Cognitive evaluation theory ni saya cerita je lah. Okay. Yang biasa keluar ni lah, actually definitions of motivation, Maslow, XY. Ni ada masa keluar juga ni two factor. ERG pun jarang juga. Dulu saya je yang suka tanya soalan comparison ERG dengan Maslow. Masa lecturer lain ni tak tanya soalan ni. Kadang-kadang keluar yang ni juga, David McClelland lah ni. Saya rasa kognitif ni tak pernah keluar, tapi we don't know lah. Okay, because soalan tu bukan saya seorang buat. Okay, kita dah buat, kita compilekan and then we let the BPT people to choose. Okay, cognitive evaluation theory ni mengatakan bahawa providing extrinsic reward. Can you give me an example of extrinsic reward? You write on the chat. Give me, each of you, I want to come up with an example of extrinsic reward. Okay, because I go to the explanation, I just want you to come up with an example of extrinsic reward. Each individual, each student, one example only. Saya tak nak banyak-banyak. But if there is no example, then we cannot move forward lah. Okay, I'm waiting. Awak dengar tak suara saya, Husna? Buy one get one free sales. Oh, tu kira reward ni. Bonus ya, boleh kira reward. Wage increases and promotion, okay, kira external reward, okay, betul. Okay. Buy one get one free sales ni kata reward ke? Kalau kita bercakap mengenai kerja, we focus more on the bonus and wage increase and other external reward lah. Okay. Kalau buy one get one free sales ni macam promotion of a company for a particular product. Okay, kita pergi kepada cognitive evaluation ni balik. Providing extrinsic reward. Contohnya kita kerja. We enjoy doing our work. That is considered intrinsic reward. We do our work, we enjoy our work. So something that we always do because of the intrinsic factors, or you study, you like studying, you like reading, you like studying, you like memorizing, for example, and you personally enjoy that is considered some kind of achievement. So you enjoy because you have the responsibility. That is considered as intrinsic reward. So things that you do because of the intrinsic reward, suddenly at the end of this, maksudnya masa awak masuk college, awak belajar, sukalah belajar, and at the end of the semester awak kebetulan dapat 3.99. Ni satu lagi nak for flat, contohlah 1 je B+ kan. So you got 3.99 for example. And your parents will give you a reward of dia pembelikan awak new iPhone contohnya, or a new car, a new Azia for example. A new Viva ke. So that Viva ke, Azia ke ataupun iPhone tu is considered an extrinsic reward. So for some people, because of the extrinsic reward that they get, you will work hard some more because of that extrinsic reward, not because of the internal motivation. Jadi cognitive evaluation theory ni dia sama lebih kurang dengan, we go back to the definitions of motivation. Motivation is coming from the intrinsic factors ataupun individual factors. Dia sama juga dengan when we discuss of yang ni tadi, intrinsic factors lead to motivation according to siapa, Herzberg. So bila sampai dekat cognitive evaluation theory ni, cognitive evaluation theory providing extrinsic reward for behavior that had been previously only intrinsically rewarding tend to decrease the overall level of motivation. So reduce the individual motivation because of what? Because of the extrinsic reward. Sebab dia consider hanya intrinsic reward will lead to motivation. Tapi yang ini memang biasanya kita tak keluarkan soalan ni. Ni tadi, what do you mean money isn't everything? Maknanya mungkin the employee ni dia asking for a higher bonus could be. Bos dia kata money isn't everything. For example, dia fokus, maybe dia nak pekerja dia fokus pada the intrinsic factors. Could be lah. Atau nak memahamkan kartun ni. The next one, ini one of the important we call topic also. They have been called, last time in the essay I give this question lah. Dan sekarang tak ada essay mungkin dalam short answer ke, could be in the MCQ question ke. They may ask also of this goal setting theory. So according to the goal setting theory, Edwin Locke ni dia kata apa? Dia kata the theory that specific and difficult goals with feedback lead to higher performance. So according to the goal setting theory, if you want to have high performance, what you have to do, you have to put difficult, specific and difficult goal. Itu yang sebabnya a lot of organization they have the mission, lepas tu dia letakkan KPI yang kita perlu capai at the end of this, kalau college at the end of the semester or at the end of the diploma program, at the end of every semester tengok kita capai tak 20% of students who get 3.5. Kalau dia dah dapat 20%, dah semester dia dapat 20% of students who get 3.5, kadang-kadang kita naikkan lagi. Ini biasa, student dah biasa dapat 3.5. 20% is in our hands, so kita naikkan 25%. Susahkan lagi. We want 25% of the students to get 3.5 and above. For example. So could be in organization also dia letakkan kalau every cycle tu employees memang dia dah boleh produce 100 units of output, dia dah common dah, so you naikkan. We want the employee to reach 120 output for example, ataupun salesperson dia biasa memang sebulan dia boleh jual 5 kita Mercedes, dia common. So dia naikkan. So bulan depan kita naikkan target kita to 10 units of Mercedes per month for each of the salesperson. So kita letakkan objektif yang tinggi. Kalau macam awak as individual, macam every semester memang you dah boleh dapat 3.5, boleh dapat sebab 3.5 is a mixture of B and A kan. So you kata I have to move from this 3.5, I have to get higher than this. So that I can get, for example, I put lah 3.75. The next semester saya mesti capai more than 3.75. For example. Kalau dah memang for flat tu you maintainkan aja lah. Kan? So you put the higher, you know that specific and difficult, but you put that with the idea, Edwin Locke kata bila kita letak goal yang tinggi tu, we will work hard. We will put more effort so that we'll be able to achieve the specific and difficult goal. So that is goal setting theory. The theory that specific and difficult goals with feedback lead to higher performance. So feedback tu mungkin daripada pensyarah, mungkin daripada boss, mungkin daripada subordinates. So the factors influencing the goal performance relationship, number one, we have to have goal commitment. Kita dah letakkan 3.75 ke, kita letakkan 100 unit of output ke, we want to make sure 25% of the student get 3.5 ke, kita kena ada commitment. Goal commitment, adequate self-efficacy. Okay, write down the meaning of self-efficacy in the chat room. Write down the meaning of ni saya punya master's punya topik ni, self-efficacy. The meaning of self-efficacy, find out. And then write down on the chat. Alright, I'm waiting for your answer. Dapat tak? Self-efficacy. Self-efficacy ni apa maknanya? Individuals believe in his or her. Alright. Individuals believe in his or her capacity. Or could be capability boleh juga. To execute behaviors necessary to produce specific performance attainment. Belief maknanya dia percaya. Individual believe in his or her capacity or capability. Dia percaya dia boleh buat kerja dia. Itu adalah self-efficacy. Self, diri dia sendiri. Tengok yang bawah ni. In the last paragraph tu kan, itu kan ada definisinya. Self-efficacy. And individuals believe that he or she is capable of performing tasks. That is self-efficacy. First, you dah committed, goal commitment. You have your goal, objective, then you are committed. And then you yourself, you letak 3.75, you tahu you boleh capai. Self-efficacy, you are capable. Okay, semester 3, semester 1 dah macam ni, nampak trend. Semester 2 macam ni. You know, you can achieve higher than that. For example, you know the ways, you know the techniques, you know the studying techniques, for example. You know, you can refer to some samples of questions. Okay, the task, you know the task characteristics, and also national culture. National culture here, maybe we want to refer to the national value. Focus on you know that you can do be able to work in a group. You know, you put the importance of value, the importance of education. Okay, for example, you know the importance of working hard. Okay, so there is the factors that are the factors that influence the goal of performance relationship. You have goal commitment, self-efficacy, task characteristic, and national culture. And Also, when we talk about a good goal setting theory, most of the people we refer to this what we call SMART goal. The SMART, pernah dengar kan SMART ni?
Pernah.
Alright, okay, SMART kan. SMART satu tu S is specific. Precise term in terms of quantified. Ataupun can be, ini contoh je lah, can be counted. Kalau sales mungkin kita letakkan 20% increase in sales. Kalau CGPA mungkin you letakkan 3.75 CGPA. Mungkin you letakkan in 5 years time, one company. Macam student saya memula one small burger stall dengan nasi lemak kot dia start. Lepas tu dia dah ada satu kedai, saya tak pasti dia sewa satu kedai kat RM1 tu, dia keluarkan nasi ayam. Nasi ayam kejora. And then dia dah sewa satu lagi dekat depan Aeon tu, kedai nasi ayam kejora dia. Lepas tu sebelah tu kedai barangan plastik dia. Dia kata dia ada satu dekat Melaka Raya, I'm not sure. Okay, so dia mungkin dia start in 5 years time, dia start satu dulu. Own a company. Okay. And then that is in terms of specific and measurable. Use the assess, maksudnya boleh dikira. Measured in terms of, for example, sales figure. Measured in terms of, for example, we want 25% of students. Okay, siapa yang kita nak kira tu 25% of students to get 3.5. So kita kira 25%. Kalau dapat 25.1 pun dah we already meet the KPI. Kalau 24, something we have to maybe to revise or think of, we look of what is the issue. The attainment boleh dicapai, measurable boleh dikira. Attainment can be achieved by the individual. Result oriented, means that at the end of semester, at the end of the year, at the end of the accounting cycle, at the end of 2 years time, you will get a diploma in business studies, for example. Macam ni dah dia berkaitan lah, in 1 year time, in 5 years time, at least one company, in 1 semester, this semester, at the end of the semester, satu semester punya period, accounting cycle, one accounting cycle is the time bound. So this is SMART goal. Ni lagi penerangan dia, tak, ni pengetahuan dia lah ni. Kita ada specific, make your goal specific and narrow for more effective planning, measurable. Define what evidence, dan dia tunjukkan berdasarkan carta kan. Will prove you are making progress and re-evaluate when necessary. Kadang kita ukur lah, result pelajar pun kita ukur. Kadang dia naik, semasa dia naik tiba turun, tiba naik lagi. Attainable. Make sure you can reasonably accomplish your goal within a certain time frame. Relevant, your goal should be aligned with your values and long-term objective. Time-based, set a realistic, ambitious end date for task prioritization and motivation. Okay, ni dulu saya bagi task ni, tak apalah, tak payah buat ni. Okay, dulu saya bagi task ni sebab ada short essays. Kita buat soalan macam ni lebih kurang. As a student or worker, how can you use the goal setting theory? Jadi student akan jawab lah, gunakan the definition, gunakan the factors influencing the goal, ataupun dia gunakan SMART goal ni, dia jawab dalam bentuk essay. Okay. So next is reinforcement theory. Ini sama dengan the topic of learning. Remember, reinforcer, the operant conditioning. The assumption that behavior is a function of its consequences. Behavior is environmentally caused. Behavior can be modified or by providing controlling consequences. Means that we put objective also. We want to finish our diploma in 2 years time. So the behavior, we have the positive behavior so that we'll be able to achieve the diploma. And the reinforced behavior yang positif tu tend to be repeated. Sebab tu saya tengok budak-budak ni, student-student ni, saya tengok bila dia dah boleh buat dalam diploma, dia boleh buat dengan bagus, and then dia continue buat dia degree, lepas tu kita dengar dia dah buat masters dia pula, tak lama tu dengar, dah apply for PhD, dah diterima oleh universiti, they are progressing. So because maybe they can see, this is the positive outcome that they get if they do something like this, then they will be more they will be successful. Okay, so it become means that it's repeated. And the reinforced behavior or the positive behavior tadi tends to be repeated. Okay. Yang ni equity ni dia kita buat perbandingan, comparison. Equity, what happen here, individuals compare job input and outcomes with those of others and then respond to eliminate any inequities. Job input, kalau awak kerja, job input agaknya apa if you work, what would be the job input? Tuliskan dekat chat tu. When you apply for a job, you get the job, what would be your job input? Job input tu berdasarkan apa? You kerja tu berdasarkan apa? Berdasarkan input apa yang awak ada? So can you please write down some of the example of the job input? Okay, tak apa, just try je. Saya tak marah kalau salah. Yes, just try to get some idea because want to compare. Job input apa, job output apa. Bila awak datang bekerja, apa yang ada bersama awak? What do you bring along with you? Some of you have your working experience already. What do you bring with you that can help you when you do your work? Okay, you have your resume. Dalam resume tu awak tulis apa? Alright, you have your resume. Okay, what do you include in your resume? Dalam resume tu awak tulis apa? You introduce yourself and then you are also telling the people who going to read your resume tu, you beritahu mengenai apa? You introduce yourself regarding what? Yeah, alright. Okay, your experience that you have, your educational level kan? Okay, some of you put your skills kan? Okay. Okay, so all of those are job input. In job input, when you come to work, you have this education level, you have these experiences, you have the skills. Okay, and at the end of the month, so at the end of the day, bila you dah kerja dengan experience, your education and your skills, at the end of the day, we will get your, akan dapat apa in terms of the outcome? Lepas sebulan awak dapat apa bila kerja? Yeah, you get your wages. Thank you Saudara Nazira, you get your salary. Or at the end of the year could be you get your bonus. Jadi kita ni biasanya, thank you Batisha. Okay. Biasanya what would we do? We'll compare with others. Katakan awak sama-sama keluar diploma, seorang kerja company A, company B, tanya pula, baju kau berapa? Oh, aku dapat lebih, aku dapat sikit lah. Okay, bonus kau berapa? Okay, dia tak tengok kerja orang tu macam mana. It's another thing. Okay? So people will do this comparison. When they feel there is inequity, biasa gaji dia rendah sangat compare dengan kawan dia. Macam saya mula kerja, gaji dia macam 1,800 je degree. 8 kawan dia gaji 3,500. Ada lagi 4,000. So doing comparison. Comparison rupanya kawan dia tu memanglah computer science, semua computer science, tapi kawan dia tu buat apa? Buat programming. Dia tak nampak yang input yang tu. Okay. Dia buat networking tapi sekarang dah okay lah sebab dia dah naik network engineer. Okay, dulu at the beginning. These people they will do comparison. Nanti biasa kita pun buat comparison macam tu. So they will do comparison. Those who are not happy, what would they do? Kalau jauh sangat the inequity, what would they do? They might quit and find a better job with a better salary. Kerja yang ketiga ni bawa nak saya dia kekal lama sikit. Setakat ni the Singaporean company tu. Okay, so find a better job, or could be some people they will further study. And then they apply a better job, or maybe the company will give a better salary with higher qualification, for example. Okay, so this is what happened. So when we compare, ni saya baca je, saya nak apa, kalau saya tanya-tanya kan lambat pula lah. Okay, well, what happened when we compare, kadang-kadang kita compare the self insight. So saya dengan saya, self insight, my organisation with my current position, with my previous position in the same company. And employees experiences in the different position inside the employee's current organisation. So if I compare 1994 salary and 2022 salary and a position, memanglah it is okay lah, because of every year. Kalau you work with government or could be other organisations, so every year kan ada increment of the salary, revisions of the salary. So okay lah, before retirement, I think it's okay. So for some people they compare dulu dengan sekarang sama je gaji, for example, so they might not be happy, so they put it as inequity, so they will go and find a better job. Self outside ni, saya dengan saya. Dulu saya kerja di one private school and sekarang contohnya, so I do comparison. So if I'm happy at my current position, so it's okay lah. Kalau tak nanti we'll have to but tak boleh compare saya kot, sebab saya dah how many years working from 1994. Mungkin orang yang baru setahun 2 tahun kita nampak tak banyak beza pun, maybe they will go and they find this as inequities and they find another job. And employees experiences in situations of position outside the employee's current organisation. Ada insight yang biasa kita buat, kita dengan kawan kita sama-sama working in the same company. We come with basically the same educational level, basically the same experience, dia dapat lebih. Something is not right somewhere. So if you feel there is inequity, so you will go and find another job lah. Another individual inside the employees organisation. Yang ni ada outside, kita compare juga kita dengan kawan kita yang kerja dekat Petronas, kita kerja kawan kita yang kerja dekat government agencies. So another individual outside the employees organisation. So we do comparison. Tengoklah kalau terasa it is sometimes inequity or inequity is not just because of the salary. Kadang gaji kurang, but then the working environment is more comfortable. Ada kawan saya dia dah kerja PTD dah. Stop PTD is pegawai takbir diplomatik. Saya apply juga, tapi sebab suami saya kata don't go cari kerja kat Melaka je, so here I am lah. After sometimes kerja kat PTD gaji lebih, but then maybe you have, because kalau you perempuan you have, depending on the individual lah, kalau rasa you have less time with the family, maybe you want to quit and you get a job with a lower salary but you feel more comfortable. Benda ni semua subjektif. Sometimes because of salary, sometimes because you want to have a balance of family work and family relationships. So depending on the individual. In terms of the output tu could be in terms of salary, in terms of bonus, could be in terms of you are able to balance. Macam saya, memang anak saya semua daripada kecil saya yang uruskan, saya yang ambil, saya hantar, saya ambil. Sampailah sekarang. That is part of my job also. So I'm able to, macam lunch hour kan, saya akan cari, suami saya dia akan kata cari sekolah yang dekat dengan tempat kerja saya, kan tempat kerja dia. Cari sekolah anak yang, sebab tu all the 4 of them they go to sekolah kat bandar, kat Melaka Sri Bandar tu, because masa tu saya kerja kat bandar. Bila saya pindah kat sini, itulah seorang anak saya kerja sekolah kampung tu, because it's near to my office. So the output tu, when you put, biasanya kita looking at the salary, bonus, wages, increments of the salary. Okay, there's one more thing is the comfort of the individual employee. Kadang orang tak perasan yang tu, biasa kita compare salary sahaja. Alright, okay, ni tadi equity ni dia buat comparison ni. Bila ada inequity due to under rewarded, we call it inequity. So these people, they will do something lah, they'll quit, they'll ask, kalau private sector maybe you can go and ask your manager to have an increase in your salary ke, revise salary ke. Equity tak payah buat apa-apa lah in terms of the action. Okay, so it could be inequity due to under rewarded. Kalau over rewarded, biasa orang senyap je. And they will be happy because they have more job outcome. Okay. Ni tak payahlah. Ni boleh baca sendiri. Maknanya choices dealing with inequity, dia boleh change input dengan cara contohlah further study. Okay, get more join courses, training, change outcome. Ni kalau boleh lah outcome maybe need to discuss with the boss. Distort or change perceptions of self. Macam saya kata tak apalah, gaji tak banyak pun, at least I can balance. Ni kita punya minda lah. We have to talk to our self. Perception daripada diri kita tak apalah, as long as I'm able to balance my family work relationship contohnya. Distort change perceptions of others, ni susah sikit you nak ubah persepsi orang lain. Because people will do compare. Tapi itulah suka hati orang lah nak compare kereta besar ke, rumah besar ke, gaji besar ke. Okay, memang is difficult a bit to change kan orang lain punya persepsi. Choose a different reference person. Tengok orang yang gaji tinggi, buat apa awak tengok gaji rendah? Kita pulanglah pada awak, who you want to choose as your reference person. Okay, so last ni, leave the field or quit the job, find another job. Okay, ni tak payahlah. Ni nanti you belajar dekat, saya harap tak ada keluar soalan ni. Biasanya dalam business ethics dia ada juga distributive justice ni. Perceive fairness of the amount and allocations of rewards among individual. Dia lebih kepada tengok at the end tu, perceive fairness of the amount. Tengok gaji awak berapa, 3,000, gaji awak berapa, 2,000, gaji awak berapa, 1,000. Okay, so perceive fairness, so nampak oh tak adil lah, dia dapat 3,000, 1,000. Yang ni procedure, dia tengok proses dia. Kenapa dia dapat 3,000? Macam saya kata anak saya, kenapa kawan awak dapat 3,000? Dia buat programming. Programming is not easy. Okay, that's why lah gaji permulaan ni 3,000, 4,000 for example. So nampak proses dia. Awak nampak kalau yang distributif awak nampak at the end dia dapat 3,000, saya dapat 1,000 je. The process dia awak tak nampak. Yang procedural ni, dia tengok proses dia. The perceived fairness of the process to determine the distributions of the rewards. Expectancy, I think this is the last one. Okay, expectancy theory pula dia tengok daripada segi expectancy theory, Victor Broom ni dia tengok dari segi the strength of a tendency to act in a certain way depends on the strength of an expectation. So how much effort that you put here, will be linked to the end to your personal goal, your expectation at the end. The strength of a tendency to act in a certain way depends on the strength of an expectation that the act will be followed by a given outcome and on the attractiveness of the outcome to the individual. So you put your effort will be linked to effort performance relationship. Your effort will lead to your performance, high or low performance. High performance, for example, will lead to the rewards given by the organization. When you got the rewards, for example, high performance, so you get rewards from organization, katakan pekerja terbaik tahun 2022, ataupun pekerja cemerlang tahun 2022. Then of course, your goal will be achieved, you will be happy, you will have your individual achievement. So your effort will link to the individual performance, and your performance will link to the rewards that might be given by the organization and also to your personal goals. Okay, here, effort performance relationship. The probability that exerting given amount of effort will lead to performance. Then bila dah ada performance tinggi atau rendah tu prestasi tu will link to the reward. The belief that performing at a particular level will lead to the attainment of desired outcome. And the last one, rewards, will link to your personal goal relationship. The degree to which organization rewards tadi yang awak dapat tadi satisfy an individual's goal or needs and the attractiveness of potential reward for individual. Ini boleh juga digunakan for students. The students individual effort will lead to the, kalau you letak high effort mestilah the performance will be high. Bila performance high, you got the reward lah. Rewards in the form of, for example, A ke B ke. And then of course if you get the high reward, the A for example, of course you'll be satisfied lah. In terms of your personal goal, you'll be satisfied individual's goals or need that and the attractiveness of potential reward for the individual. Alright. Okay, so that's it lah under motivation. Yang ni nanti we'll discuss on Wednesday. Alright. So any questions regarding motivation theories? You write yes or no? Yes means that you have question. You have no question, you write no on the chat. Okay, Batisha, yang lain? Alright, thank you. And it means that there are a lot of theories that you have to know, understand, and be able to recall when you are being asked, okay, in the final exam. That will be scheduled later on. Kita tengoklah, belum keluar lagi jadual final exam. Okay, so if there is no further question, just remember that the project due date is being extended to the 13th of May before 5. Itu dah tahu kan semua? Kan? Tak ada jawapan juga.
Madam, tahu dah.
Okay, baik. Alright, so that's it lah for today. Assalamualaikum dan selamat meneruskan Hari Raya yang masih
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, madam.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you,
Thank you,
madam.
madam.
Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Alright.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.